What's up guys, it's me Detuned Paper and we are back with this long-awaited Detuned World Plus. If you guys are on the Discord server, you've definitely been seeing some of the leaked info about this, but basically what this is the definitive version of Detuned World. There's a few small improvements and one whole new feature from the original Detuned World game, or I guess I should say the 2021 Detuned World game. And yeah, let's get right into it. I've already gone over this whole game in another video, so I'm just going to be showing the differences in this video. And yeah, go ahead and download it below. If you guys played the first one, I highly suggest replaying this one just to see the differences. So you guys have been noticing the cover's a little different. We have that new monster right there. Its name is Protile. It's available through the Multicup feature, which I'll be showing. And other than that, there's a little gradient plus sign in the corner. And yeah, pretty simple cover like the original, just a new monster to show off that this is a new game. So getting into the game itself, the first thing anyone's gonna notice is that Ratib's sprite is different. This one's just way better and cleaner than the original, and it goes with all the other monsters a lot better. So yeah, sorry if you guys like the original, but that one got cut for this one. So on the next page, you guys all know Rocky Hill. This is where most players are gonna have their first encounter with an aggressive monster. And I went ahead and redesigned the location itself because the original was just over-designed and it didn't look very good when compared to the other locations. And the other location that has been changed is Settlement 2, which again was just a little overdone, so I went ahead and simplified it, made it look cleaner, and made it match with the other locations a lot better. So those were all the improvements with Detuned World Plus. Let's get into the actual new feature. So all of you guys know when you finish the game, supposedly you've done everything there is to do, all the quests, maybe you've tamed all the monsters, you've beaten the chairman, but now there's a new challenge for you players, and this is going to offer tons of stuff to do and 4 new powerful monsters that can be accessed, and that feature is Multicup. So as you guys may know, this button was available on the cover of the original, but the content itself was missing until now. Here we are in Multicup. I'm going to be getting into it pretty briefly in this video, but I am going to make a video on maybe like some meta info for it and how to win easily, because you are going to have to be battling other players. So looking at it up here, in Multicup, you can test your group against other players' groups. Victories can cause new monsters to spawn in certain locations. Over here, you keep track of your total wins, total losses, and your rating. Plus, these are the locations that these monsters will be available at. And yeah, as you guys can see, there are 4 different tiers that you can compete in, and winning in one of them will reward you with this monster appearing at its said location. So getting into the first tier, this one doesn't have any official name, none of them do, but I call this tier the Pest tier. And yeah, the total ADS of each monster used must be less than 15. So you can build a team. You're basically just going to be building a team out of like Ratibs and Farm Spores and all the other really low stat monsters. And I like these features because it's giving some of those monsters that no one would ever use a chance to shine in their own little league. And winning there will reward you with Pestfly spawning at the Rocky Hill. And with these monsters, you do still have to go beat them and tame them. They're not just yours. So yeah, that's the Pest League. I don't know what I would call this one, but the total ADS must be less than 30. You win in there, it rewards you with Quail, which is sort of like a big duck swan monster, and it'll spawn at Cape 1, and it has pretty good stats. Then moving down to these 2 monsters, these guys are S tier. They're amazing, and if you can win and earn one for your team, you're gonna have a huge edge. But basically, for Protile, the total ADS of each monster used must be less than 50, so you guys are going to probably want to use the monsters you played through the game with for this league. And yeah, that's Protile, 10 attack, 36 defense, and 11 speed. So this monster is the legendary speed tank. There's few other monsters in the game with that much defense and a decent speed stat, so that thing's crazy. Speed tank, wanted to have one in the game, so I went ahead and threw it in here. And finally, getting down to the star of Multicup, that's Raptor. Best stats of any monster in the game, debatably. 16 speed, so it's barely outsped by Eaglelord. 17 defense, definitely a little on the flimsy side, but you guys can bulk that up with some stat points, especially considering its other stats don't need much improvement. And then its attack is what really shines because it has 31 attack, which is ridiculous. Can one-shot a mall bear. And yeah, that's a raptor. So the total ADS of each monster used can exceed 50, which means when you guys are battling another player in this league, they can use any monster with any stats that they've built. So that's going to be the hardest battle. And if you win, you'll be rewarded with going over to the military base and finding one of those. A little bit of lore. The reason it's at the military base is because these monsters are so powerful. The military has probably tried to keep one enclosed, a little bit like Jurassic Park or whatnot, and it's escaped. So it's going to be escaped and roaming around the military base for you to find. That is Multicup. That's the new feature of Detuned World Plus those small improvements. This game is definitely the definitive one to play, so I recommend replaying it if you guys played the original. And yeah, with that, I'm out.